quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Throwing on first down. Jones flushed out right. Open man, here's Foster. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From midfield now, Burrow. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd and 2, Burrow throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Burrow looking to pass. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Stevenson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. Trucks over him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. second down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Threes all around. Stevenson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ramondre Stevenson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, we're trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here's Jones on third down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. An even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stevenson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. I gotta go. Right,
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. yards remain for second down. Running left is Stevenson. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And the Bengals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Stevenson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 41, Burrow setting up a screen for Stevenson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? He'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw from his end zone, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it, try and create some space, some room, and it went awry, didn't it?
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Stevenson again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. But defensively, that's a nice stop there on 3rd down here in the 4th quarter. Now, offensively, kicking the field goal, taking the lead, right?
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Especially since you got stopped on the previous play. But if you've got something you really like, something that you've practiced all week, and you think, hey, this is the time to use it, this is the play, I wouldn't be deterred. I would gamble a little bit and go for it right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Jones. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. To throw is Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run once more with Stevenson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, here's Stevenson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A give for Stevenson, running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff, Stevenson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long, and it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Cincinnati, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.